Hey guys, and a happy Easter to anyone watching this on the day of the upload. This is Sky, and today we'll be going over some of the more major changes to this absolutely huge update. I'm going to take some time to apologize before we dive into this. I've been up all night working on wrapping up this update for tomorrow, so I'm sorry if this isn't edited well or if I miss a major point. To anybody wondering, the complete patch notes, changelog, whatever you want to call it, will be available on the LifeforgeRPG.com. Link in the description as always. So without further ado, let's get started. First off, and probably the first thing you'll all notice, the combat menu. So now you can view your complete combat modifiers from your character page. This includes critical, dodge, parry, reflect, and block rates. And this also branches off into our next topic, the new mechanics of Lifesteal, Spirit Leech, and Lethality. Lifesteal and Spirit Leech grant percentage-based health and spirit respectively on hit, and Lethality is armor piercing percentage. It should be noted that items can now have any and all of these combat modifiers assigned to them. Most plate mails will not have any combat modifiers as their defense already makes up for the lack of such. Of course, we're open to change, however. Really quickly, I do want to touch on the fact that some spells can now be cast while moving. This is a huge change for some of you, and it was highly requested. Hope you guys like it. Next up, we have cosmetic slots. They're finally a thing, so now you can equip cosmetics and they won't take off any actual gear. You essentially have a full new equipment window, and it's really nice. Next up, which is probably the main thing for a lot of you, we have 2 new huge zones added. That's 10 levels of new content, new rare drops, new spells, etc, etc. They're the Firefly Forests and the Draken Marsh respectively. Also, the Jungle Temple has been reopened. We're really sorry for the wait on that one. We've had to sit down and go through the temple for a few hours to find the bug. We found it, it's fixed now, it's open. Really sorry for the wait. So I think I'll touch on one more thing, and this has to do with community as well. PvP. So in this update, I've overhauled the PvP system, but there's a catch, and I'll talk about that just after this. So the new system is, player killers now have something called a kill streak, and the higher the kill streak, the higher the penalties and rewards. Your name also gets to a darker and darker shade of red as your kill streak goes up. At a certain number of kills, you can even be killed in safe zones, which was a highly requested feature as well for some player killers. So it's about now you guys are probably wondering why you would want to PK. The answer is blood tokens. So the higher your kill streak is, the higher the chance of obtaining a blood token when killing another player. These tokens can be exchanged for blood boxes later on. Blood boxes have a chance to drop a highly rare piece of gear when used. To parallel this, we have honor tokens as well. Honor tokens are gained when slaying a player killer. The higher their kill streak and the higher their player killer tier, the higher chance of dropping an honor token. You'll be able to exchange honor tokens for honor boxes as well. Same concept as the blood tokens for blood boxes. And this brings me to the catch that I mentioned earlier. So as of this update and until at least a week afterwards, until we gather all the input from the community, we've removed the desert PvP zones and the jungle PvP zones. The reason for this being we don't want to have to alienate half our player base by making some mandatory paths be forced PvP. For right now, the desert and the jungle have lost their PvP maps. This is where the community comes in. In the description below, I've attached a link to a poll on the site regarding how to handle PvP. Be sure to check it out. We're really looking forward to some community feedback for this one, and you'll literally be deciding which direction the game will be flowing in. So that's it for now. More info is always on the way. I also want to point out that we will be having an Easter event going on for the next week. There are Easter eggs scattered throughout the land, and if you find them, hint, you gotta kill stuff to find them. If you find them, after a certain amount, you can trade it in for a pair of Easter ears. It's not too big and too grand, but I think the update will more than make up for that. Thanks a ton for tuning in, guys. Happy Easter. I'll try to get some more information for you guys pretty soon. Have a good one.